You made it to the weekend, and we have a brighter sky as well. As you can see over my shoulder, we have more sunshine, which is going to be fuel for rain and thunderstorms. But Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish says storm coverage today is pretty isolated. It looks like we see a little bit better coverage Saturday, and then on Sunday, the greater coverage. So if you have outdoor weekend plans, again, no washout, but your typical afternoon downpours to be aware of. Today and tomorrow are the 2-day red snapper season in the Atlantic waters, so you can anticipate we're going to see a lot of folks out on their boats and with buddies over the coming days. Just be mindful of how quickly rain and thunderstorms can develop. We are following a developing story out of the state of Florida that could have impacts in Five Points, Riverside, and some other communities. Those rainbow intersections celebrating pride and more may be a thing of the past before too long, a directive coming from the State Department of Transportation. Now, the questions obviously are who is responsible for removing the art and who ultimately initiated all of this and how much it's going to cost. But evidently, the effort will be underway and relatively quickly as well. This is the latest debate happening in Jacksonville, and there's a number of LGBTQ plus advocates who are questioning who may be ultimately responsible for pulling back on this and why. It's a developing story that we'll continue to follow here on 104.5 FM. President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump are expected to tour some of the damaged areas in Kerr County, Texas, as mourners are continuing to gather and hold vigils, and we're seeing growing memorials and tributes to those who lost their lives and who are still missing, upwards of 160 as of this recording. We continue to follow the very latest developments and local efforts to try to help those in the flood zone. Consumer warrior Clark Howard with an important difference, the need versus want when it comes to purchasing power, and how that could that one word could ultimately save you a ton of money in your budget each and every week. Be listening for Clark's money saving advice every weekday on Jacksonville's Morning News at 7:05 and in the 8 a.m. expanded news feed. And Jake Stofan from Action News Jax with an important update on where things stand with Camp Blanding and turning it into the latest ICE detention facility on the heels of the implementation of Alligator Alcatraz. Still a number of unanswered questions coming from state officials about that, including the cost and including the status of construction. We're updating these and other stories throughout Jacksonville's Morning News, live and local on your radio on 104.5 FM and streaming on all devices.